we can't seem to catch a break with injuries. I don't know about you, but I was so excited seeing Havertz coming back for the season, seeing him bulk up. It was like, okay, this is like a new player, something a bit different. He seemed a bit scrawny before, now he seemed a lot stronger. And especially with the competition from Gyökeres, we thought, yeah, he's going to kick on. But now with this injury, it's just Arsenal's luck. But in a way, it's better for it to happen now than halfway through the season or in the new year and having to overspend during the January market. So we have the Brazilian Merino coming in, doing his bit as a striker. So he's going to summon all of the powers of Ronaldo and all of the Brazilian strikers and bring out that flair. If we think about last year, he did an amazing job, really, to score 7 goals, have 2 assists for someone who is a central midfielder. So he's going to reprise that role, I think, as being a backup striker to Gyökeres. We also need to get Jesus back. But with Merino there, it's, I don't know, how do you feel? I mean, it's good that he's there and he can play in other competitions or against lower teams and balance the load with Gyökeres, because if Gyökeres gets injured, we are screwed. Even though he hasn't shown much attacking threat in actual goals, and Merino has. I think Merino does a brilliant job of holding up the ball. He turns like a truck. I'm not sure if he is actually slower than Xhaka. You can let me know, but he is really unathletic, but he has an eye for goal. He knows how to score, and I think it's something that you can't really teach. It's like an instinct. So it's good that he is there on the bench. Maybe last year teams didn't take him seriously. Maybe he was an unknown factor, so people didn't know how to mark him. But they know more about him this year. But at least he is there as a backup, and we don't have to go and spend more money on another backup striker and mess up our wage structure and our spending. So this means that we can go all in for Eze. I personally would also like Rodrigo. I know a lot of people were on the fence. Well, actually not on the fence about Madueke. A lot of people didn't want to sign him. I thought for about 50 million, that's the going rate for a player of his age and qualities. It would have been nice to have kept that money in the bank and just gone all out for Rodrigo. But this is football in the world of negotiations. You don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know if Rodrigo still wants to really stay at Real Madrid and is happy there. So why would you try to force a move for a player to come to your team who doesn't really want to be there and just sees it as another paycheck because he's not going to put in the effort? You can see players like Sancho. I remember when Sancho was the next hot thing playing for England, and there was a small clip of his interaction with Saka a couple of years ago. And Sancho at this time was killing it in the German league, and he was talking about how many goals and assists he has compared to Saka. But Saka had just been consistent, and he's kicked on, and you can feel that love for the team, for playing, for doing the difficult things that need to be done, not just the fancy things. This is why people love Saka, is because he embodies that grit and determination. It's not always about flashy stuff. It's being consistently showing up and giving everything that you've got. And as fans, we can respect this when we see it. So from what I've seen from Madueke, he offers that directness. Maybe hopefully he can get some balls into Merino, also from set pieces if we need to. I know it's not the ideal way to win, but if we're in situations where we have to defend a lead, bring on Merino and he can offer that outball, he can offer knock-on headers, he can hold up the ball, try to win fouls higher up the pitch to allow us to move up and relieve some pressure. So it feels like, in a way, I wouldn't say fate, because you know what, it feels like every year the referees try to screw over Arsenal when it comes to trying out new rules. Look at Martinelli's double yellow in the same passage of play to get the red card. If you look at how Brentford treated Ramsdale with literally holding him and scoring a goal and the goal being allowed. If you look at fouls on Havertz and Jesus last year. So if you look at rules, it feels like, and maybe that's just because we are highly sensitive and highly focused on our own team, but I really want the team to be as strong as it can. So when these things do happen, when you do have a dodgy referee and just wants to make the game more entertaining and giving other people a chance, so we can take fate into our own hands and just go for it. So I feel sad for Havertz. He was a bit of an enigma coming over from Chelsea. We didn't really know what to expect of him or where to play him, but you have to commend his work rate. And this is something that could have led to his injury. So he is relentless when it comes to pressing. He is a specimen of an athlete. When it comes to goals and striking, yeah, less so, but he can get into those positions and then maybe create something for someone else. So hopefully he recovers, because it's good to have him as an option. I think Arteta is creating good headaches for himself. It's really good to have players with, really good ability on the bench. So when you look at the bench, you feel more calm if you're chasing the game or defending the game or giving players rest and balancing their workload. So for now, I think we wish Merino well, and I'm sure he will carry on his winning streak. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Cheers. Bye-bye.